Okay, I want to start this video by asking one simple question. Why do we buy any Apple device in India? Just think about it. You can tell us in the comments, or you don't need to answer the comments. See, apart from social validation, I think I already know the answer. We buy an Apple device because A, we think it is better than everything else, and B, we want to use it longer. We see it as an investment. And if you want to use something longer, you want good brand support, and the odds of something going wrong with a big brand like Apple are pretty low. And not just Apple. See, over the years, we have bought good products from good brands on the same single belief that it will last longer, right? Well, this video is our month-long experiment of servicing and repairing all types of Apple products. We investigated Apple services, AppleCare Plus, which is Apple's free repair program. And by the end of this video, what we are about to say, you will not see Apple products the same. This is Prateek, you're watching TW Explains, and this is the video you pay your internet bills for. Let's go. So, this is how we are going to do things. See, we at TechWiser have bought all of these Apple products over the years, like all of this. And over the years, we have also repaired these products. But currently, we have these 5 Apple products, and each one of them have their own set of problems. Like the MacBook Pro has a display issue, the Apple Watch has a battery issue, the iMac now has a display issue, and the iPhone has a shattered back glass, whereas the AirPods Pro have poor battery life. So we'll go ahead, book appointments and take you through the entire process. But first, let's calculate the cost of these devices because it's very important when you compare it to the overall repair price. Now, we are choosing to use the launch price of these devices because A, that is the price we paid it for because we bought it at the launch itself, and B, repair prices are usually reflective on the launch prices, not the discount prices. So, the total value of all these Apple products comes to 4,83,599 rupees. That's a lot of investment on Apple. Now, one important thing to note here is, other than the AirPods Pro, every other product in this list is out of warranty. AirPods Pro is in warranty with AppleCare Plus. So now that we have all the 5 devices, their cost, we thought we would just pack all of them, go to the Apple store and get it replaced with one single shot. But that's not how it works. The first step for Apple repair process is you will have to visit this page on the Apple website. You have to choose the issue, and then you also have to choose the service center. Like for us in Delhi NCR, there are 2 official Apple stores. We'll visit both of them. But for now, let's book an appointment at the Genius Bar. And in case you're wondering what is this Genius Bar, well, let's hear it from the legend itself.
This is called the Genius Bar. There'll be somebody here who can do service right in the store and who can answer any questions you've got.
Okay, so for our Apple Watch, the earliest slot that we are getting is for tomorrow, and for MacBook, the earliest slot we are getting is 3 days later. And for all the 5 devices, we are not able to get one single date. In case if you're planning to get your Apple device repaired, a pro tip, book an appointment here first rather than just directly going to the service center. So now we have booked appointments on different days for different devices. Let's meet you after all of those appointments. But before we head inside the Apple store, a quick thank you for the sponsor of today's investigation, Surfshark VPN. Fair thing, we have been personally using Surfshark VPN before they even pitched us. Now the internet is filled with third-party trackers that record what you browse or what you watch on the internet. So getting a paid VPN makes sense. And importantly, Surfshark VPN for 2 reasons. Number 1, Surfshark VPN works on all websites seamlessly with good privacy, and you can even unlock content from other parts of the world that are not available in India. Number 2, these days, even for generating one image to converting a doc to a PDF, the website asks you to log in. So there's this new option here called alternate ID. So next time a website asks you for sign up, you can just generate a temporary mail or even mobile number to sign up without giving up your original details. Now, Surfshark is available at a never seen before price. You also get unlimited device access, so you can share it with your family. Just head over to surfshark.com/TechWiser or use code TechWiser at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. Also, there is a 30-day money back guarantee, so there's no harm in trying. Now, seriously to the appointment. Yeah, that's me. So for the first appointment, Shobik went from the team because after this shots, I'm quite popular in that store. And every single time we send a different person so that we could have an unbiased and objective opinion on the subject. So our first appointment was for the Apple Watch, and the issue was pretty simple. The battery health had dropped and the watch app was showing us service recommended. So we went for service. Now, naturally, I thought they would replace the battery. Now, fair thing here is the staff was really good. The service, the store experience was really premium. We were asked for water. The staff was always ready to attend us. No complaints on the service part of things. But what the executive told us after this was something.
Apple watches are not repairable products. If the service required is there, in that case, ideally what Apple do is you have to pay the battery cost and Apple will replace the whole watch.
According to the executive, Apple watches aren't repairable. They'll just swap the old watch with a like new Apple Watch. And here's bomb number one.
Apart from iPhone and Mac, all the devices that can't be repaired. In that case, we have to replace the phone.
As per the Apple executive, anything apart from iPhone and MacBook is not repairable. Be it the watch, iPad, AirPods, Mac Minis, Apple TV, nothing is repairable except the iPhone and MacBook. So then we naturally ask them, how much for the battery? How much to swap and get a like new watch?
9,800 battery including
Yes, you heard it right. 9,800 rupees including GST. Like 9,800 for a battery repair of a 5-year-old watch. Now since Apple watches are not repairable, even the microphone or a sensor doesn't work and they would swap it with a like new watch. Now what's that?
Like new watch. So that's not a brand new. It's like new. You can say a recycled.
Yeah, so the explanation wasn't clear, but this is what we could understand and it is not explicitly stated by the executive at the store. See, Apple receives a lot of watches from exchange, etc. So you pay full money and what we believe is you get a refurbished watch. So the conclusion is, be it an iPad, Apple TV, AirPods, Apple Watch, anything, Apple will neither repair them or give you a new product. They'll charge you based on the repair, you pay full money and you get likely a refurbished device. Oh, sorry, like new device. And this was just the Apple Watch. What about devices that can actually be repaired? So our next appointment was for the MacBook Pro, and by Apple's definition, this device can be repaired. Now, the issue with our MacBook was a little unusual. See, I can show you clearly. If I open a widescreen here, now you look closely around the edges, you'll notice a slight pinkish tint. It's subtle, but once you notice it, you can't unsee it. This is something that happens with LCD displays over time. So we took it to the Apple store. The executive first ran Apple's diagnostic tests. Interesting enough, we and even the Apple executives could see the problem clearly with our eyes. The diagnostic reported no issue with the display. And then again, our executive went ahead, took help from another executive. And
this frame, right? Light leakage hai na? Replace kar denge na?
Finally, we agreed that the display has a light spill issue. And according to the executive, the display had to be replaced. Simple enough, right? Because the quotation that they showed us had something I or any other MacBook user has never seen before.
62,132 is flat cost for the repair.
So in simple words, this is what we were told at the store. If your problem is big and your repair price is hefty, you get two types of quotations. Number one, component-based repair. So in our MacBook Pro, the display was faulty, so we get the display repaired. For that, we were quoted 58,000 plus 18% GST. And when Apple opens the MacBook and sees, oh, the trackpad is also faulty, the keyboard is also faulty, no, they'll not repair that. They'll just repair the display only. So now you think about it, and if you say, what if I want to get all of that repaired? Well, then comes the second quotation, flat rate repair. For that, we were quoted 62,000 rupees plus 18% GST.
It's a flat rate repair cost. Even if there's any other additional part, most likely it will get covered within the same.
So when you opt for flat rate repair and then Apple opens the MacBook and suppose your keyboard is faulty or your trackpad is faulty, they'll also fix that at the same price. So in very innocent word, it was just a way of upselling the repair price. Like pay more because this is bad, that is bad. So obviously we didn't pay 70,000 rupees to get the MacBook repair. At that price we could get a newer one. So by the end of the second appointment, we had learned two interesting things. Number one, Apple Watch showed us that Apple doesn't even repair 80% of the product. They just replace it with a refurbished product. But what they repair with the MacBook, what we got to learn is when Apple repairs something, there isn't just one repair system. They charge you with a bomb. And after this, we were still hoping, maybe, everyone thinks Apple products should be used for the longest of the time, so it might be cheaper to repair older iPhones and MacBook. Maybe. Well, here was the shocker. Our next appointment was for a 2021 iMac M1, an iMac which we have bought 5 years ago. We used it heavily for editing during the initial period, but now it's just a monitoring device. And if you see clearly, the bottom half of the display has this strange phasing issue. This most likely is an issue with the display's ribbon cable or the panel itself. So we thought it would be a normal repair. So naturally, when we took it to the Apple store, we knew that display is going to be replaced. They told us the same thing and we wanted to do the same until we saw the quotation.
This display has the issues that I already told, the diagnostics, and this display cost you around 3,000 plus 18% GST.
53,000 plus 18% GST, which brings us to the grand total of 62,540 for a 5-year-old iMac display. At this point, another question came to my mind. If the repair itself costs this much, does it even make sense to repair it? Or should we just trade in or replace it with Apple and just get a new one? So we asked the executive whether this iMac was eligible for Apple's trade-in program. Apple has trade-in in India. So at that point we got to know,
as Apple हम किसी भी डिवाइस को जिसमें प्रॉब्लम होता है उसको ट्रेड-इन में एलिजिबल नहीं होता है। अब कैशिफाई से एक बार कंफर्म कर सकते हैं इस डिवाइस की क्या वैल्यू है।
if your MacBook or iMac is within 5 years of date of purchase, it is eligible for a trade-in in India. But this is beyond 5 years, so it was not eligible for trade-in. Plus, in this condition, Apple won't accept our iMac for trade-in. So, where is the loyalty bonus? So, we were told that Cashify is Apple's channel partner, and if your device doesn't meet Apple's trade-in requirement, you can check out and sell it on Cashify. Naturally, we checked for our iMac on Cashify, and Cashify's maximum offer is roughly around 14,000 rupees. For perspective, we bought this iMac M1 for 1.4 lakh. We are not even getting the change above 1 lakh rupees. 62,540. And if you're thinking, well, with older iPhones, things should be good. Well, Balraj from TechWiser has an iPhone 13. He wants to use it as much as he can, and that should be the case with everyone. The quotation we received was 32,500 rupees. Because iPhone 13 Pro just doesn't replace the back panel, they also replace the frame along with it. At this point, honestly, that didn't even surprise us anymore. Now, the question was no longer can Apple repair these devices. The real question was, does repairing them still make financial sense? Apple doesn't want to repair your device. They want you to buy this repair package, AppleCare Plus. So whenever you buy a brand new Apple device and you're someone who knows that they have butter hands, you will drop things, break things, you can get Apple's repair package, AppleCare Plus. It's not free. It's not free. In our case, we had AppleCare Plus on the AirPods Pro. Now this AirPods Pro started showing battery issues after 6 to 7 months. And once we told Apple Store that we have AppleCare Plus for this, immediately we got a replacement. This time it was not like new. It was brand new. And suddenly everything made sense. In fact, during our MacBook appointment, that is exactly what we were told by the Apple executive.
You know, the AppleCare Plus, sometimes it looks like a bit hefty. On the long run, it's always why? Because it adds three years of warranty. In addition to that, any kind of damages are covered as accidental damages.
Buy AppleCare Plus. Now, AppleCare Plus is not free. The plans start at different prices depending on the product. For example, AppleCare Plus for iPhones start at 11,900 rupees for 2 years, while Mac coverage starts at 12,900 rupees and goes up depending on the model. Higher end MacBook Pros definitely cost significantly more. Now here's what's interesting. If you buy AppleCare Plus, battery replacements are covered if the battery drop below Apple's threshold. Accidental damage repairs are also available for much lower service fee, and you get priority support. So by this point, the whole investigation had revealed something important. Without AppleCare Plus, we kept getting repair quotations that were like impossible to justify. With AppleCare Plus, the experience changed 180-degree completely. So after visiting the Apple Store, getting every device inspected and collecting all the quotations, even getting things repaired on AppleCare Plus, I wanted to look at one final thing, the number. At the beginning of this investigation, I told you that we have these 5 Apple products were worth around 4,83,599 rupees when they launch. Now let's compare the repair price of them down the line with what Apple quoted us. Apple Watch 9,798, MacBook Pro roughly 70,000 rupees, iMac 62,540, iPhone 13 38,350 rupees, and again the AirPods were only replaced because they had AppleCare Plus. The total comes down to 1,80,678. That's roughly 40% of the original value of these Apple products combined. And of course, after collecting every quotation, speaking to multiple Apple executives, and understanding how Apple's repair system works, we didn't repair a single one of these devices because for us, the repairs didn't make financial sense. And trust me, we have bought each one of these products because we wanted to use them for 5 to 6 years and we believed we could use them for 5 to 6 years. And that's how these expensive products justify their price. But I think we need to really think again about using Apple products for the longer term. So now let's look at the conclusion. Pratik, this is what we learned. Apple doesn't repair 80% of their products. When it does, the repairs are super expensive, and to avoid that, pay more money and get AppleCare Plus. And yes, the Apple Store staff was great. I just want to point that out, that the experience was premium, the people were really good. But back to the video. Is paying more money to Apple the only solution, or just simply ditch and keep buying new Apple devices every time the old one breaks? Well, the answer is yes, and feeling helplessly, yes. But here's what I found which can make this entire situation better. So out of curiosity, I compared the spare part prices of iPhone 17 Pro Max USA versus iPhone 17 Pro Max in India. And if you see the prices, they don't have a very big fat difference. It's cheaper in US, which is fine. The difference between the US and India for Apple repairs are the laws. In the US, they have something called right to repair. So several states in the US have made it a mandatory law. The law is that any manufacturer selling their laptops, phones, etc., they have to put their spare parts on sale for people to buy it. In fact, in the US, Apple themselves sells the genuine spare part for their products, like they sell the MacBook's display, MacBook battery, iPhone display, so on and so forth. And because of that, there's a huge second-hand repair market, which makes repairing Apple products much cheaper in the US. Like you could just buy an original MacBook display from iFixit or even eBay and get it repaired on the third-party store with much cheaper rates. Whereas in India, as of now, there is a framework. Kudos to the government, appreciated. There is also a website where you can view information about the companies, the repair parts and all of that. But we need a law. As the consumer demand is increasing, we need better systems in place. And with that, our investigation comes to an end. If you like this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe button, because this motivates not just me, in fact, all of the people. Like we went multiple times to the store, and you also have to cover the cost of these devices. For sure, we are logged in to give the best content out there to our hashtag Team TechWiser. I hope you had a solid takeaway, and if you have a different opinion, please let us know in the comment section below. All of us would be reading them. On that note, this is signing off. You're watching TW Explains. And if you like TW Explains and more investigative tech videos, we have done quite a lot here. I'll link them. You can watch them out. Pew pew pew.